Crowd. This piece is a little bit interesting for those of you who know me. If you know me, I'm a pretty happy, skippy guy. I don't, I like to be pretty positive. And so for the 3 years up to now of DDF that I've done, I've really tried to choose very happy pieces because drama is fun and you should take it that way. But on Coach's suggestion and mine really as well, I decided to kind of take the flip side of the coin because art, and particularly drama, is simply imitation of life, and not all of life is happy. So this piece was to kind of see if I could master the other parts of drama, and this is a DI, a dramatic interpretation, where it's basically just supposed to make you feel sad. And I saw a lot of DIs that were basically, hi, something sad has happened to me and now I'm going to tell you all about it. And I just found that kind of format restrictive and a little boring. So I wanted to have a little bit of a different style of a piece, and I think this encaptures that. So as stated previously, there is a content warning of assault. If that is not something you'd like to see now or at any time, please feel free to leave. And with that, I will start the piece. I haven't done anything. Gigi Bodakayan is screaming at me right now, and I don't even care what the subject is. I love Gigi Bodakayan, and I don't feel guilty. Say what you did, Kier. I haven't done anything. Listen, it was nobody's fault. It's yours, and it's making me sick. She is wrong. Ask anybody and they will tell you. All the things you would want to have heard said about me are the things you've always heard said about me. I'm a good guy. Good guys don't do bad things. How could I do this? Can good people do horrific things? Can someone who sees themselves as a good person, and in many ways still be a good person, do something deplorable? This piece is not an excuse to be deplorable. There is no excuse. But fiction can tell stories which, in many other ways, can never be told. The best thing we can do is keep looking at them and talking about them, acknowledging it is not always fundamentally horrible people doing all the horrible things. Hello, my name is Colin, and this is Inexcusable by Lynch. I can show you why I've been framed as the bad guy. I got famous once for a little while. I got famous because I crippled a guy. No, because he got crippled and somehow I was part of it. You see, I'm a kicker for our high school football team. I spend most of my time out of the action, kicking the ball in the hands of whoever would hold it for me. Until Coach dragged me into that game. It was late, and I'll admit, we were getting our asses handed to us. For some reason, the quarterback on the other team was going absolutely mental, which is how I came to be there. I was looking to get on the field, do the job done the way I was taught, then get back to the sidelines where I could kick my ball safely. I saw the receiver, who was my responsibility, and he was just slanting off for his pattern of attack, angling towards the middle of the field. There was no decision to be made, really. I closed my eyes, lowered my shoulders, and hit. It's a strange sensation, almost a magical sensation. You feel nothing bad, and my timing was perfect. A beautiful pop, an explosion, like fireworks. And that was that. I was already back on the sidelines, grabbing my practice ball, getting somebody by the jersey so they could come hold it for me. But I had never received so many hard slaps on the back. I became a small-time, short-term hero. Way to bang him, Kier! Absolutely mowed him! Until it stopped. Every person in the stadium locked on to what was quickly becoming a bleeding sensation. Everybody looked into that accident. It was an accident! And also anything but an accident. Eventually, everybody made a great effort to put the whole thing away. One tackle, late in a game, late in a season. But that kid will never play football again. But this story isn't about football, it's about Gigi. I've always loved Gigi, but I finally got my chance after graduation during that after party. Where Gigi put a cayenne, she broke up with her boyfriend. Where she climbed into the back of my rented limo because she needed a friend. She was so lost from her breakup that when she heard my idea, she didn't so much as blink, shouting, "Why the hell not?" So I told the driver, "Take us to Norfolk College, my good man."
Norfolk, he repeated. Young lady, that's okay with you?
Gigi Buttakayan agreed in a sing-song voice that melted even the driver's cold, dead heart. I knew what we had here was more Gigi's anger at her boyfriend than it was her affection for me, but I also knew that I didn't care. I loved Gigi Buttakayan. It felt like no time and space had passed before the limo was winding its way through the twisted roadways of the campus to finally stop in front of the girls' dormitory building.
What's the plan? Asked the driver, bearing in mind it's a long haul back.
Maybe we won't go back? I whispered to him, thinking as soon as I said it, what a magnificent idea that was. We walked all around the campus, Gigi and I gave her the tour, the same tour they'd given me for my recruiting visit months before. We walked for hours and hours, till so far into the night it was more likely morning. And after all our walking, Gigi had, of course, started thinking about the ride home. When's the ride coming? Right then is when I should have admitted what I'd done, but I just wanted to hold on to her for a little while longer. So I said, I guess he's not coming. I guess maybe he left without us? What are we gonna do? I knew what we could do. I had known about it for months, somehow. I took a sleepy Gigi by her hand up and towards a building at the far edge of the campus. It's for visiting family, definitely empty at this point in the year. Another minute, we are at the top of a long industrial staircase and letting ourselves into room 312. I watched as she dropped her shoes and her bag on the floor. And then she was in bed. I wasn't even lying down yet. I listened to her snoring for a long time, like the sound of one of those lovely old records. Oh, I listened to her breathing for a long time. I was so lonely. I was so lonely. Gigi, I said softly. Gigi, can I come over? The space between Gigi Buttakayan and the wall seemed plenty, room enough for me. I walked over to the side of the bed and I slipped in. It seemed alright to kiss those lips, right? I kissed her there on the lips, first lightly, oh, then hard and real. I wrapped my arms around her and began to kiss her more. Her eyes were closed. She made a sound, a sad sound, like the call of a lost bird. I had my clothes off in a second. I didn't stop kissing her, not enough even to let us breathe. Her eyes were open now, and she was crying, but I was pressing my mouth to hers so hard that it hurt. I held her hands tightly above her head and started to do what I had only been able to imagine before. That brings us up to date. At least Gigi Buttakayan isn't screaming at me anymore. You're my friend, Gigi. I love you, Gigi.
Shut up!
I don't understand. Miscommunication is all that really happened here. You know, I thought one thing, you thought another thing.
Shut up.
I don't understand. I'm a good guy and you're a smart girl, so this could never be wrong the way you're saying it is. But now she's silent. Okay, I don't want to prove to you that I'm innocent, Gigi. I just want to prove to you that I'm good. That's not too much to ask, right? Nothing. Okay. You're not even trying something, Gigi. You know, at least I'm trying to do something. You're the one who punched me, you know? You're the one who punched me and then scratched me. But nothing. Do you even know what rape is? Good guys aren't rapists, she adds flatly. And I think, oh, thank God. Thank God. Yes! That's what I've been trying to explain to you. It was just bad connections. You are a rapist. There is very little left in me. I can feel the horror growing on my face. I have to get away. I need to get away. I watch as Gigi Budokai stands, fixes her dress, and then walks past me out the door. I am horrified. I am sick. Thank you.